knows what evil lurks in the heart of man. Hey folks, it's Papa Joe. I tell you what, evil. We're ate up with it. And yeah, every individual has some evil in them. There are those that will argue that with you, but it's still true. It's about like saying that you're 100% good. No, you're not. We were born of sin. We were born at a disadvantage. And I hate getting to the bottom of a Kleenex box. Give me a second. Alright, we'll try it again. Parked up, my nose started running. You know, I was looking online today, and somebody turned over and destroyed 100 bee hives. Then they poured diesel all over them and killed over 200,000 bees. Did you know that we actually have a bee shortage? We really do. From all the pesticides and all that stuff, everybody's so scared of a bee. And they can't tell them apart. It's kind of like snakes. There are good snakes out there. Most people, including myself, scared to death of a damn snake, kill it. Now for me around my house, the majority of them are water moccasins because they got a pond. Seen over in France where a half a dozen thugs, and yeah, I'll call them what they are, Muslim thugs. They beat up on a guy. His girlfriend came to try to help. They punching her in the face and stuff. And all these supposedly grown men standing around watching. Not doing nothing to help. Really. Now, where all's the evil in that? We already know Muslims are evil. They're of the devil. And I don't care if I offend somebody or not. There's more evil there than that. Do you know that standing by and watching that and not doing something, in my opinion, that's just as evil, because you allowed it to happen. There is no greater love than he that lays down his life for his brother. Now you're going to stand there and watch this boy take an ass whooping like that, and his girlfriend, wife, whatever she was, get abused and bullied by thugs. Oh, but somebody recorded it. They probably got 1 million views. We have all these people right now that is trying so hard to discredit our president. That in itself is evil. And it's evil because they are doing whatever it takes. It don't have to be true. It don't have to be honest. This nonsense about him saying shithole. Well, first off, these idiots that get on CNN and the rest of them and oh, they're just all bad-mouthing it. Oh, man, this is some of the worst language I ever heard from a president. No, it ain't. We've heard worse. We heard one use the nigger word. Said, I have them niggers eating out of my hand for 200 years. And he was a Democrat. Y'all went back all these years on Trump to find where he was having a private locker conversation, and you made a big ordeal out of that. Well, why didn't you go back to that one? Because he was a Democrat? There was one person in that meeting that said that he said shithole. That he called these countries shithole. The other Republicans and Democrats in there said, never heard it. But one evil person came out of there lying, and everybody takes it and runs. And all the rants that I have heard over that. It was terrible for him to say it, but we sure have heard him plastering it all over the TV. Well, now, why was it so evil for him to say it, but not you? We have reporters, politicians, and everybody else that they have no scruples. That's a form of evil. We have all these movie stars that are making all kinds of terrible movies. Do you remember when actors used to be able to act? They got all these naked scenes, half naked scenes, all kinds of foul words. Something I noticed quite a while back when I quit watching movies was if they used the Lord's name in vain, they didn't bleep that out. But if they used another curse word, they would. Really? Using the Lord's name in vain is not a cuss word, huh? But to say damn or hell or shit, that's terrible. Bleep it. You see any evil in that? We have all these actors that want to get into the political ring. And they just carry on and on and on. And most of them ain't got a clue what they're talking about. I really don't want to hear some millionaire lecturing me about how I live, how I should think, and how evil Trump is. I don't want to hear it. And even if they ain't talking about Trump, I don't want to hear it. It's kind of like the football players that was taking a knee. You're paid to entertain and play football. Well, those idiots out there are paid to entertain and make a movie. Shut up your political nonsense and make a movie. Better yet, take some of your money and go learn how to act. I have several people that try to give me a ration of nonsense because I really don't watch movies anymore. They're not worth watching. I mean, you can watch 5 minutes of it and predict the whole storyline. I mean, it's crazy. All the murdering and killing and blood and gore and I ain't into it. I don't want to see it. It has nothing to do with my religious beliefs. It has to do with I have a little bit of taste. All these walking zombies and all this, and it was such a hit. And the motorcycle gang going around killing everybody, and none of that holds any interest of mine. I'm very selective what TV I hit or that I watch. I don't want to see all the evil and the stupid and the nasty. I don't want to see it. That ain't saying there ain't a good movie or two out there, but I'm not going to watch 1,000 bad movies to catch one good one. So, me and the wife has it worked out pretty good. If I'm gone, she watches what she wants, which is usually the Men Abuse channel or something thereof. When I'm home, I'm watching Street Outlaws. Yeah, I know it's half-baked. I'm watching American Pickers, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, some of my flipping movies, Texas Flip and Move. Or they're not a movie, but I watch that kind of stuff. Some of the bet shows. Different stuff like that where you might get a little bit of an education and you damn sure get entertained. If you'll watch, just driving down the streets, watch all the anger that you see. Not only are they really aggressive drivers out here anymore, they're angry. I was getting on the highway tonight. I stopped back down the road 45 miles. I waited a little bit, let traffic mellow out. Waited to come up here and park at my receiver. Well, I'm getting back on the interstate. And y'all know us big trucks, we take off kind of slow. There was a big truck way back yonder. I come up the ramp, use my signal lights and all that good trucker stuff. I ease over into that lane and I'm steadily gassing on it, steadily gaining speed. He jumps over in the hammer lane and he's slowly catching up to me. Then mine started getting momentum and I started pulling away from him. It's driving. That's what happens. He hits his bright lights in my mirror. I guess he thought I should continue to purposely go slow and let him pass me. Now, what was all that about? It's evil. See, you can take the word evil and you can tie it in with the devil. We know the devil's evil. And the devil has such a stronghold on this earth. You wouldn't believe it. And him and his evil plan, he has so many people that are angry, that are hating each other. All these people trying to throw the racist word around. Just trying to start trouble. Making false accusations. Do you really believe that President Trump is racist? I don't. Do I think he has good control over his mouth and his choice of words and stuff? No. Do you think he's politically correct? No. Do you know why he got elected? Because he's not politically correct. And he's not real careful about his words. Even though he was born rich and has made even more money, he's still kind of like us. He still thinks kind of like us. But, you know, we have evil people that's throwing all this racist nonsense out. Do you think he was making plans with Russia to throw the election? I think some of that's role reversal there on the Democratic Party. I think that was nothing but a bunch of hyped up nonsense that they started. They hired people to do their dirty work. Although that somebody's following the money and it's coming back around to them. And that was all a distraction trying to steal the election from him. It didn't work. And it didn't work because most of us out here, we know the evil in our capital. We know the evil in our politics. Call it what you want, but call it what it really is. Evil. Greed. Power hungry. It's all evil. And it's all right up there in the liar circle. It's a terrible thing. And evil has such a stronghold on this country, or on this world. Seen today where Switzerland making some drastic immigration law changes that would coming into effect January 1st, so they've just came in. A bunch of these illegals, or a bunch of these immigrants, they're not necessarily illegal. There are some that are illegal. Oh, they're just throwing a fit. They're having a hissy fit. They done invaded this country and living off their welfare and damn near broke them. And Switzerland said, whoa, stop, put on the brakes. And they changed laws. One of them being that if you're on welfare or have been on welfare for the last 3 years, you don't stand a chance of getting citizenship. Your application process stops. If you've been on it, now you can get a job and you can pay the government back however much they gave you to survive however long you've been there. Once you pay them back their money, then they'll let you apply for citizenship. I think it's fair. I know there's a bunch of bleeding hearts that won't think it's fair. You're like building a wall to keep out the immigrants, the illegal immigrants, out of our country. There are those that want to holler that that's racist. No, it ain't. It's self-preservation of a nation. Between what Obama let in and what's sneaking in, we have a very serious problem. A very serious problem. Somebody has to stop it. I'll chip in $100 towards that wall. I don't care who has to pay for it. I'll help pay for it. There's a lot of people that would. Folks, you really need to start calling it what it is. Evil. And you need to start standing up to it. You need to start calling people out on it. Call yourself out on yours. I do me. Quite often. Ain't none of us perfect down here. There was only one perfect one. They crucified him. I know there'll be a lot of you that find it hard to admit that there's any evil in you. There is. You might call it something else. You might call it an addiction, a habit. I have mine. There's one. And I have more than one. Don't you? I bet you do. I get mad out here. I have my little bits of road rage. No, I don't go running people off the road, and I don't go trying to scare them with this big truck. I'm not flipping them off and shaking my fist at them. I don't do none of that. But I'll sit here and talk to you in that mirror. What kind of stupid are you? What are you going to do? You see the signal light? Dumbass. You don't know truck's coming over? Yeah. And I shouldn't do that. You know? Jesus has a little saying about that too. And I know it. And I still do it. It says not to call your brother a fool. Calling him an idiot or dumbass is really the same thing, ain't it? And all of this that I was just doing, that's evil. That's evil. That's the evil one in me. Getting my temper going, getting my anger going. And I know it. But yet I allow him to do it. Why? I've told you in other videos. Oh, hi, little kitty cat. Told you in other little videos that if there's the smallest crack in your armor, the evil one's going to pry his way up in there. And he knows us. He knows us better than we know ourselves. And he knows I have a temper problem. He's been working on it. But so is he. Battles and wars. Let's see who wins the war. I know who I'm voting for. What is this deal about people, instead of helping anybody, they want to stand there and videotape it? Really? How are you comfortable with that? How can you stand there and watch harm be done to another person and do nothing? Back about the time I first gave my life over to Jesus, my wife was with me. We still lived in Georgia. And we had a trade show in Houston. I went over there and delivered. Dropped my trailer off is what it did. We bobtailed out to the TA in Beaumont. And we was parked in the car parking, because I don't like to take up a full trucking spot if I don't have to. And we're just sitting in the truck, and we can see the front of the TA, and we can see the gas islands. And we watch this young couple come out, and the young man grabbed something out of the woman's hand and made her fall. And he's yelling and screaming and carrying on. I don't do abuse well. I was very badly abused as a child. And I watched my mom be abused. One of the main reasons that I quit drinking was because if I started getting drunk and there was a bully around, as old jarhead, I'd be up in his face saying, "Do that to me. Come on, big boy. Do that to me. Try it on a man. Well, I've gotten much better, but I still have a problem watching a woman or a child be abused. So he made her fall, and he's still yelling and cussing, and he walked back and acted like he was going to kick her. He didn't. Good thing I'd been in jail. I was already bailing out of the truck. And I said, that's enough of this bullshit. My wife screaming at me to stay out of it, and oh, hell no. So, time I walked over there, well, I walked kind of quickly. There was a couple women helping this girl up, and she wasn't really hurt. And this boy, he's still ranting and raving at her. He starts walking back over there towards the little group, and I just stepped right up in front of him. And he's a youngin', less than half my age. Evil. Nothing but evil. That time the good Lord used my temper too. His good. Unfortunately, the young lady still left with him. As I told her, honey, if you don't want to go with him, trust me, I can encourage him to leave. He'll want to leave here in a minute. Just give me the word. Now, which that's one of the reasons years ago that I do my best not to get into any of those husband-wife arguments. I don't understand why in them abuse situations the woman always says, it was my fault. He didn't mean it. He really loves me. It was my fault. I shouldn't have made him angry. No, he needs to control his temper. He needs to control the evil in him. You think my wife don't make me angry once in a while? I ain't threatening to whoop her ass. I ain't all up there threatening her and intimidating her and all that. I ain't doing it. You think I don't make her mad once in a while? She ain't threatening to shoot me. She ain't throwing dishes at me. I told her before we got real serious in our relationship. Told her then, I said, I lived it growing up. I refuse to live it as an adult. She had just came out of an abusive relationship where she was used to yelling and screaming and cussing and fighting and all that nonsense. And I told her, I won't play it. I won't play it for a minute. If we are hitting each other, cussing each other, calling each other names, where's the love in that? That ain't no love. And I don't want no part of it. We had a couple minor deals there in the very beginning where she had forgot. No, she didn't hit me or none of that. Didn't even really cuss me. But she got very angry and was yelling and carrying on. I just sat there and let her finish. I said, are you done? Yeah, I guess so. Well, let's go out on the balcony and kick back. Let's talk about it. And that's what we did. And then in both cases, she found out that she was misunderstanding of what happened. And she'll tell people, he don't fight fair. Why not? Well, he won't fight at all. And I won't. I'm not. Okay, just because she got that angry, just because she misunderstood something, it takes two to make a fight. And if one ain't willing to fight, he ain't got to fight. You just got one making a fool of themselves. You know? But there's plenty of evil. I don't know what most of that story had to do with evil, but it was a story anyway. A true one. I got one guy. He tries to tell me that, oh man, I know you better than you know you. I said, no, you don't. Oh yeah, I've been to watch your videos. Cool, thank you. And he'll start quoting me a little bit of stuff off videos. That's nice. Now there's times that I think he ought to go to work for CNN, because he sure does distort some of them videos. But I've had to tell him more than once. And just because you've seen it in the video, and you know my videos, you don't know all of me. I don't put everything out here. We all have skeletons in our closet. We all have them little things that we don't talk about. And I have a ton of stuff that I don't want out on social media. Don't we all? Do you put everything in your life on social media? You shouldn't. You need to be selective. With me making these tapes, these videos, it's a little bit different. But I still have to be careful, because it is YouTube. And they're seen around the world. I forget how many countries see my YouTube. My son normally tells me those. He ain't told me in a while. Well over 100. I know every day. Well, this thing keeps track of 28 hours of what's occurred in the last 28 hours on my YouTube. And I'm usually around 1,100 to 1,200 views. So call it 600 views a day. I'm not going to let that many people know all of my innermost secrets. I'm not going to let you in on my details. I'd be a fool to. Besides that, I don't trust our government, law enforcement, or nobody else, and their stuff I don't want them to know. Evil is a bad thing, folks, and it's running rapid. We need to figure out how to get a check-in on it. And no, I'm not one of them that go around hollering, pray, 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 pray. The good Lord has an agenda. He has a plan. And I got privy to the plan book. I know how it ends. I know who wins. And being that the good Lord cannot lie, when he put it in the plan book, I know what we got to deal with here is only going to get worse. It will. It's going to get a lot worse. So we all need to learn to recognize evil. We need to learn how to stand up to evil. You need to start toughening yourself up. There will come the day, and I don't think it's that far off, that you're going to have to do the mark of the beast. What you going to do? It's going to be awful hard on all of us. If we're listening to our babies and grandbabies cry, and or watching them die because they're starving to death, and you can't get them no food because you don't have the mark of the beast. You need to start toughening yourselves up. That's a fact. I've rambled on longer than I planned on. Lordy, it's already 35 minutes. How many of you are still here? Give me a shout out if you made it to the end of the video. I guess I need to ask y'all to hit the like button and all that stuff, and share and subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and share with folks. Any of my videos, please share them. Help get me out and around a little bit more. That way I can torture more than just you. Y'all remember, God loves you and so do I. Evil, it's not good. And it don't love you, but it wants to consume you. Watch out for it. Have a blessed evening.